Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my competent literature lovers. Welcome to English Academy UGP. My today's lecture will cover the topic the Victorian Age that started from 1837 and ended at 1901. It is very hard for me to cover that topic in one lecture, so I have divided that topic in two parts. Today I will teach you the part 1 of the Victorian Age. First of all, we will talk about the political background of Victorian Age. The Victorian Age started with the reign of Queen Victoria, whose reign started from 1837 and ended at 1901. In her age, England had settled down after long domestic and foreign struggles. Democracy had become the established order of the day. The king and the lords were left just as figureheads of past civilization. The House of Commons, that was representative of common people in England, was the sovereign authority in the country. A series of new reform bills was passed until the right of vote was extended to adults in England. The government was urged to pass a number of factory laws, making the working condition of the factory workers more congenial, as the country wealth was centered in few hands. Moreover, this age has industrial and colonial development. Railways were built in that age. Steamships were used. Darwin's theory of evolution in Charles Darwin's book Origin of Species, that was written in 1859, created a conflict between religion and science, and that conflict is also visible in the literature of that age. As this age was completely established from the political point of view, so great writers with their great literary works were flourished in that age. This was a political background of the Victorian age. Now let's have a glance over the literary background of that age. From the literary point of view, the Victorian age can be divided into two periods. The first period is called the Early Victorian period, that started from 1837 and ended at 1870. And the second period of the Victorian age from the literary point of view is called the Later Victorian period, that started from 1870 and ended at 1901. Let's have a glance over the Early Victorian period that started from 1837 and ended at 1870. First of all, we will have a glance over poetry in Early Victorian period. As far as the poetry in Early Victorian period is concerned, its main feature was faith in reality of progress. Victorian poetry seems a combination of classicism and romanticism. Major poets of the early Victorian period were Tennyson, Browning, and Matthew Arnold, while the minor poets of that age were Mrs. Browning, named Elizabeth Barrett, and Arthur Hugh Clough. Let's have a glance over Alfred Tennyson as a great poet. The life tenure of Alfred Tennyson started from 1809 and ended at 1892. He was awarded as the Poet Laureate. He was also awarded the Chancellor's Gold Medal at Cambridge for one of his first pieces, Timbuktu. His major works were In Memoriam, The Charge of the Light Brigade, Idylls of the King, and Lotus Eaters. Alfred Tennyson has great affinity with Byron, who was an iconoclast, and Keats. His work contains conflict between science and religion, doubt and faith, materialism and spirituality, and fatalism. This was the poet Alfred Tennyson, who was considered a great poet of that age. The next one poet is Robert Browning, whose life tenure started at 1812 and ended at 1889. He was a great English poet, but he was superior to Tennyson. He was influenced by P.B. Shelley. He was an optimist and a poet of love and life. He had mastery of the dramatic monologue. His poems are known for their dark humor, irony, characterization, and historical settings. As far as the dark humor is concerned, it is also called black comedy, black humor, morbid humor, gallows humor. Now the question arises that what is meant by dark comedy? Dark comedy is a style of comedy that makes light of the subject matter that is generally considered taboo, particularly subjects that are very painful and serious to discuss. The famous works of Robert Browning were The Pied Piper of Hamelin, Men and Women, The Ring and the Book, Dramatis Personae, Dramatic Lyrics, Asueland, Dramatic Romances and Lyrics. Next comes the poet Matthew Arnold, who was also a critic. He was born at 1822 and he died in 1888. He was an English poet but not as great as Browning. He was great admirer of Wordsworth, but he was against Shelley and Keats. He emphasized over correctness in poetry. He was one of rare critics who were poets also. He always longed for primitive faith, simplicity, and happiness in poetry. He looked upon nature as cosmic force. His notable works were Thyrsis, which was a great elegy, Dover Beach, The Scholar Gypsy, Culture and Anarchy, Literature and Dogma. As a poet, he believed that poetry is a criticism of life. This was the progress of poetry in early Victorian period, along with the description of the major poets of that age. Inshallah, in the next lecture, I will explain the progress of other genres in early Victorian period, along with the progress of different genres in later Victorian period. Hopefully, you have got the part 1 of the Victorian period. Don't forget to like and share that video with your friends and subscribe their channel. And also leave your precious remark in the comment box. Let's wind up today's lecture with the message, keep smile and be versatile. Stay connected, stay updated and stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.